Hi everyone, Regal here. I just want to say, first of all, I'm very, very sorry that this is so late. Because it is, it's really, really late. I've been working with an editing software and trying to purchase the rights to a new editing software, which I just did today, actually. So I'm putting this up because it's been on hold from the guys for a while, and they've been yelling at me and nagging at me to put it up. So this was recorded a long time ago, so things that were relevant then are no longer relevant now. So please pardon that if you would. Thanks.
How are we starting this?
And we have a live wire. Oh wow, it's the podcast that we've been trying to do for the past fucking month and a half.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Runebox. I guess we should go around and introduce ourselves. I'm Regal. You can find my Twitter handle at RegalCanadian. And I think I'm the only one here that has a fucking Twitter.
No, you're a liar. CNC Games here. It's Charlie and Connor.
Paul Sachs.
You don't have a Twitter.
Here, and I have no social media because I'm cool like that.
I'm not gonna plug our Twitter because we're not.
Of course I'm plugging my
I
fucking
don't
Twitter.
recall the handle.
Yeah, it's like at CNC Games.
I mean, I would do that, but if I got big, I don't want all my friends and everybody affected by it because
that's why I don't have
they would know my name, and then
That's why I don't have people that I know follow my fucking channel Twitter.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't have a Twitter in my actual name.
I made a whiteboard with
Yeah.
a bunch of topics.
Let's go. It's
lot
gonna
of-
take forever.
It's a really big whiteboard. I'll include a picture of the whiteboard.
No, I
yeah,
bet.
actually, do.
I'm willing to bet that Zach walks in during favorite genre.
Probably. Let's
Yep.
just start with a little bit of news, all right?
Okay.
For those of you who are listening who don't know, The Evil Within was announced last year by Bethesda. They're doing a horror IP with Shinji Mikami, the guy that does Resident Evil.
Oh, nice.
And it's been announced for a release date around August 26th, which is really nice, because we haven't seen a really good survival horror game in a long time.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Well, I mean...
Outlast was the last one from memory that I remember.
Well, Amnesia 2 was really, really good.
Amnesia.
But aside from indie, like, we haven't had a really big mainstream
Yeah.
good survival horror game in a long time.
A long time.
But here's the ridiculous thing about it. They actually announced the release date through Vine.
Because people use Vine, apparently.
Yeah.
I'm not on Vine
I'm
myself.
not either.
No.
And of course, it comes out, like as soon as school's starting next year.
It's
Like
ridiculous.
August,
I'm not going to have any
August.
time to play it.
Actually,
Suck.
If I buy it.
you could.
AP Cam.
Oh, God. Okay.
I'm probably not buying it full price when it comes out.
Oh, shit, no. I'll wait till it goes on sale.
Yeah.
But I think I'm interested to see how this works. Bethesda's really a solid company. But
All their
agree with that.
releases are usually pretty.
I
good.
can verify. Like, it's a good thing you guys can verify. Of course, the whole
They worked on
the
it.
whole Survivor 22.99 debacle just made me lose faith in Bethesda a little bit. Right with the fake countdown, that was bullshit.
Yeah, that was.
It got my hopes up.
You don't do that.
You don't do well. The thing is, because it was a big hoax, right?
Yeah.
But you would expect Bethesda at that point to come out and say this is fake,
Yeah, they never said anything.
which
Did
kind of
they?
pissed me off a little
Yeah.
bit.
They're just like, it happened, and that's that.
That's
What's
just
done
how it's
is
gonna
done.
work.
They better be working on it. That's all I have to say.
But well, of course, I think they moved their whole. They moved a large portion of their dev team to work on something. So the
Yeah.
big consensus is that it will be Fallout 4. But I'm interested to see how they do this because Shinji Mikami makes really good games. Like Resident Evil 4 is easily one of my top 10 games of all time. So I'm interested to see how that turns out. That was from PC Gamer. So is this. The Large Pixel Collider
Oh, sweet Jesus.
is it's.
I think I'm the only one who has not heard of that. So could you explain?
Yeah, the Large Pixel Collider is a custom-made gaming PC that renders shit at it was 1280 by 1440 pixels.
It's ridiculous.
It's running 4 goddamn Titans.
Oh my god.
That's $4,000 in graphics cards.
And you said it cost $1,000 just for the graphics
The
card.
Titan will generally run you $800 to $1,000.
Well, graphics cards are not cheap.
Well, no, but I mean, I can get a 660 for 200 maybe.
Yeah.
And that's a decent price. 4 Titans.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
ridiculous.
there comes a point where overkill is overkill.
That's pretty That's like taking overkill and shooting it in the fucking face.
But it is the most powerful gaming PC. I think I remember reading
On
this
the
thing
market?
it's not on the market. No one can afford this.
I don't think you can go overkill with a gaming computer.
You can totally go overkill with a
can.
gaming computer because if you're it's the same thing with a job, right? If you're overqualified for it, who's going to want to pay for you?
But sooner or later, it'll be outdated.
Yeah, in about
Which is scary.
4 decades, and that's
Which is
right and
scary.
gone.
Considering how powerful that thing is, that's scary that
It's
it'll get
really.
I don't
a
have
lot
a problem
more
for
powerful.
I think you should speak louder, Charles.
it. Check.
Yeah, in the middle of the podcast.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Video checks.
I don't know. Do any of you guys know what Ikaruga is?
Nope.
Nope.
Then I'll skip that topic.
Okay.
Cool.
So I was on Kotaku and I was reading a big thread about JRPGs, but somebody brought up the idea of having Pokemon with Skyrim kind of graphics.
Yeah, I don't think that would go well.
Okay.
Personally.
So, here. Okay.
That's your great idea.
You guys are with me here?
Yeah.
I'm here.
Okay.
All right. So, for me, that'd be hyper-realistic Pokemon is, it's imaginary fantasy animals basically fighting each other. So
Right.
that'd be like hyper-realistic version of that would be like cockfights,
Yeah.
Basically,
Yeah.
Okay, just imagine animals catching each other on fire.
it's a horrible thought.
Yeah.
Because as the guy that wrote this pointed out,
So wait, are we saying that the models themselves would be like?
the entire
the whole
Realistic
thing would
looking.
be creepy.
the entire thing would be
Because
hyper-realistic.
because what I'm thinking is if you take like say the models from the newest Pokemon game, like the 3D one X and Y, something like that. Make it a little more polished and add like shaders to it. It wouldn't be that bad.
Right, but here's the thing, right?
No, but they
it's
would have
still-
like scales and shit.
It's still
Yeah.
cartoony, right?
Yeah.
Like, even the newer Pokemon are still cartoonish.
Yeah.
When you go ahead and make that into, like, realistic-looking models, you
That'll
start
be-
to get a little weirder, and you start to notice how fucked up Pokemon is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty messed up.
I can agree with that.
We're not talking-
Especially some of the more bizarre Pokemon. Like, freaking, what are you gonna do with one of the newer ones is literally a keychain. What are you gonna do with that?
A keychain.
Bad luck, that's what you're gonna do with that.
There's nothing going to happen with that.
Shanks
It's-
people with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Makes a good shit.
that's gonna be visceral,
It's a great
and it's
shift.
not going to appeal to the
Alright.
intended
Yeah,
audience.
but
That was really good. I got one that you're gonna enjoy.
Cool.
We're just fucking flying through topics in this podcast.
Okay, let's
Fifth man's
have a
gonna
lot.
come at the end
let's
of it.
go to the next one.
Okay, this was also in that. These are all pulled from pretty much the same Kotaku article, right?
Okay.
It's a game called Conception 2.
Oh.
And it is literally a game where the main character impregnates women
Yeah.
and then takes the children as part of, like, a pseudo-army, let's say.
I would play it.
It's, like what
I'd
is...
play it, and then I'd feel really guilty afterwards.
It's Japanese.
Well, that explains a lot.
It's
I would-
very Japanese.
I would play it and not feel a shred of guilt after.
I would feel a lot of guilt.
I wouldn't.
I would like to know
By
how
the
that
way,
would work.
can I just get this out of the way? If I call anybody a chink in this podcast, don't take it to heart. I'm just horribly racist.
You are horribly racist. Let's
Whoa.
never be racist except for you.
Yeah.
So, I don't even know...
racist.
Glad we're in
That seems
agreement.
like That seems like it would really be appealing only in Japan.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's going to go over when it gets localized.
I don't even, dude. You'll be lucky if it even gets localized.
does that actually
sounds like
happen?
something? That sounds like something that won't fly.
You know where it's not
That
going?
sounds like, but
Australia.
it's weird because
Australia.
Yeah.
the
place where everything's
exact-
banned.
That's
Chimpanzees.
exactly okay. Manhunt.
Manhunt should have been banned everywhere.
Can we
dude.
just roast
Okay,
Australia
that was a
now?
bad example.
Maybe I'm just a really bad person, but I didn't find it that offensive. Honestly,
Manhunt?
Manhunt.
It's
Yeah.
the violence. is
It's the
all.
violence, but
That's
it
it.
didn't-
Well, the thing is, like
Maybe I'm
most
just
games,
desensitized.
most games when you play like COD or Battlefield or something, shooting guns in that game is as far removed from shooting guns in real life as possible.
yeah.
But what Manhunt does is give you close up and detailed descriptions on how to murder people with household objects.
Yeah, and I see where the controversy comes in with that, but I still didn't find it that like.
Oh no, it was
disturbing.
It was. If you played it at a young age, I would imagine it was disturbing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But I didn't.
You're not Australian,
Yeah,
so you just
it's
gotta
true.
take that, factor that in.
If you can get over the fact that it's basically you're taking on the role of an actor in a snuff film, you're good. It's really not that bad.
It's not. Okay. This is a really interesting one, and I'm going to do that one before I do this other one I've got written here. Thousands of people, it was either yesterday or 2 days ago, but thousands of people tuned in to a live stream on Twitch where they played one simultaneous game of the original Pokemon.
Really?
It was somebody playing it, but thousands of other people were playing it for him.
Really?
So in the chat you would have like so-and-so up, down, B, A, left, select, start. And it was
Whoa.
the most weird thing ever. There was a GIF of it on Kotaku. And it was really weird. But I like the idea that you can use Twitch and other stuff like that and social platforms for streaming to have a really interesting, intimate connection with the people watching you, and they can take part in what you're doing.
Yeah. And that that's a really unique case. Like, I mostly see Twitch, used for streaming. And
live streaming is great. I'm gonna start that soon.
I'm moving that fucking mic closer to Dylan and further away from Charles.
I hate you.
Here, how about I do this?
That's probably
great.
That's really good.
But yeah, Twitch is more so just for watching people play. But that's unique.
I don't really get this. He was in charge of the stream, but in the chat they were telling him what to do.
The chat was determining what would the character.
But he wouldn't do anything. He would control him, but he wouldn't have a mind of his own. They would tell him what to do.
They told the character what to do. In the game.
It's
weird.
A good idea. Actually.
It's a good idea, but it's really weird
with Pokemon.
Yeah, that's an issue though.
Yeah.
And I think the issue comes in if it was just
that'd be frustrating
7 or 8 people watching your stream controlling, it might be a bit easier.
Yeah.
Because then you got control. But when you've got thousands and thousands of people,
then there's this one guy.
Then you really can't get through the game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All it takes is one guy.
No, they probably speedran it.
I don't know. I just caught the
ridiculous.
That'd be awesome.
So here's something that is very prevalent in JRPGs, but also in a lot of mainstream games.
Oh, yeah.
It's the idea of hand-holding, right? Over-tutorialized, they try and shove the story in your face, and games just don't let you make the cognitive leap to figure out what the hell's going on. Is that insulting?
Pretty much.
Depends on your level of intelligence.
Well,
it's great figuring stuff out on your own.
To the average consumer.
To the average consumer, I wouldn't consider it insulting, but it's really not needed.
Yeah, I mean, to the average, when they don't really care about a great story, I mean, they just expect.
And that's
I don't know. What does the average person expect? We need to set those.
Probably solid gameplay.
See, that's why I love, stuff like
I don't
Minecraft and
Minecraft
like stuff. You just literally people always were complaining in the beginning how there was no, set tutorial for it. Like you were just dumped into the world. I always found that a good learning experience.
But does that then create the issue that's like the other extreme, right? We've got over-tutorialized and hand-holding, but on the other hand, we've got a game where you can't do shit because no one knows what's going on and how to do it. Does that create a dilemma?
No.
Not necessarily. I think, especially back when Minecraft first came out, I'm just going to keep using that as an example. Well, yeah, but no one played it, and it was really a word of mouth sort of deal. Like, you heard it from people. It didn't get much publicity.
It didn't.
But then
until it started getting really, really popular.
Then once it gained momentum, it's
still
one of the it's still selling copies.
It's probably the top
game. It's still selling copies. It is not the top game of all time.
Which is ridiculous. It's not the best game of all time. And
it's certainly not the top
selling
game.
I didn't say the best.
GTA 5 is currently the top selling game of all time.
Oh, yeah,
and that's
Who
for
the
a
hell
good
makes
reason.
$1 billion in the first 3 days of launch?
Well, a game that takes
Rockstar
5 years to make, and they advertise it with so many commercials and so many everythings.
That brings up another question, though, and I think that was actually part of that Kotaku article. How do you get that kind of a level of fame and fan...
Rockstar.
Reputation.
How do you get that reputation?
It's all about reputation to me.
And that's the thing, right? I don't like that. Square Enix, okay?
Yeah.
They have a reputation for making really, really shitty games these days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They haven't really been making stuff. Final Fantasy XIV, the online, was actually... I found it to be quite decent, but that's beside the point. Square Enix has this big reputation for making pretty shit games. But people still buy it.
Yeah.
Rockstar has this reputation for making really, really good games, and people buy it.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm an upcoming developer with a great idea that people really genuinely enjoy, there's no way in hell I'm going to make $1 billion in 3 days of launch. I might not make $1 billion at all.
Alright, so the thing is, though, there's so much hype for these games, and people enjoyed the predecessors so much that whether it's good or not, they're willing to buy it. But when people are pre-ordering for extra amounts of money, they're just so excited about this game, they're going to buy it, and they think Rockstar can only improve because of how good the predecessors were.
Which is not entirely true.
Well, right, but GTA 5 had a lot of really good improvements.
It did. But what I'm saying is... Oh, yeah, go ahead, Dylan.
Yeah, do.
I was going to say, if it's not as great, you're going to receive so many death threats that...
Well, I mean,
those are from the crazies.
Yeah.
And there's the flip side to it, right? If you've got a great reputation, you make a shit game, people are going to hate you for it.
Yeah.
See, basically everything that LucasArts made with their old adventure games.
Oh, yeah.
Monkey Island was awesome. Mm-hmm. Better example. Telltale games, right?
Mm-hmm.
The older games they made, the Sam and Max games, and the Monkey Island they did make, were really, really good. And Walking Dead and Wolf Among Us were really, really good. But the Back to the Future games and the Jurassic Park games were total shit, and everyone hated it for it.
I mean, every company has at least one shit game.
They've got their ups and downs. It's really just, I mean...
You cannot be a perfect company.
It depends on what people are looking for.
Unless you're Valve.
Valve
is a perfect company.
They're perfect.
They are.
Except they don't know anything above the number 2.
Well, I wish they would release some more games once in a while, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of Final Fantasy, there was a new one out. Lightning Returns, Final Fantasy 3. Does anybody even care about this?
No! Not at all.
I don't understand how this franchise has been making so much money that they can afford...
I don't understand how it's still around.
But it bugs me that people liked it enough to not only make one sequel, but 2.
Yeah.
2 sequels to a really bad game.
The only time I've
own the fucking strategy guide
been around Final Fantasy. The only time I've been around Final Fantasy was with you.
Desk back there.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, because I loved the first game. I will legitimately tell you, the first game was good in my opinion. The second game was not. And I don't even give a shit about the third game.
They need to drop Final Fantasy and that's been their flagship for the longest time. They need to branch out.
But I don't think they need to necessarily drop Final Fantasy altogether.
They just need to lose the focus on solely,
13. What the hell is so great about Final Fantasy
13? I want to see more stuff like Deus Ex.
Was Deus Ex an Enix production?
Enix?
Yes,
it was.
Enix
and
had a
that
hand
really
in it.
surprised me.
They had a hand
Human
in it.
Revolution was really good.
It really surprised me.
They weren't the main producer in it, but they had a hand in it.
No, the main producer was 2K? Probably not 2K.
I think it was 2K.
Was it 2K? It was. No, I'll fucking look it up.
I don't know, but stuff like Deus Ex, that's stuff that I want to see. Other than Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
I don't think you can really credit Square Enix for Deus Ex, though.
Right, but since they worked on it, they've got some experience with it. They could probably do something similar.
Dylan, you're rarely getting an opinion in here.
Well, I mean, Final Fantasy is not my mojo.
That's true.
Final Fantasy is my mojo.
Final Fantasy's my mojo, dude. I love JRPGs to death.
And I don't know. It's only time I've been around is when I was here and I was watching you playing it.
I just got an email for Test Drill.
Did you really?
Harder erections and longer lasting.
Nice.
Cool.
Hey,
buy some.
Hey, where do I sign?
Nowhere, because
I don't want it.
Whatever.
Okay, what's the next topic?
Well, because we're on the topic of JRPGs now. Okay. Bravely Default for the 2 and 3DS.
Okay, I want to give an opinion, but I can't. I downloaded the demo and I'm going to play it later. I probably should have brought my 3DS, actually.
From what I've heard, it's basically what Square Enix should have made instead of Final Fantasy VI.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's really, really good.
Yeah, it seemed like there was a good amount of hype for it, and I'm looking forward to trying it out.
Yeah.
It might be the game that makes me buy a 2DS.
Yeah, I'm buying a 2DS sooner or later.
Mm-hmm. You're better off buying a 3DS, honestly.
Okay.
Why?
Yeah, I want to hear you. I want to hear this.
Okay, the 2DS, first off. As a person who owns a 3DS and has siblings that have a 2DS, I have, used both, and I can honestly say that it's not a bad handheld.
Side note, it was Eidos Montreal made Deus Ex. Because Eidos
Was it?
It's Eidos, yeah, because they're owned by Square Enix.
Oh, okay.
Moving on.
But anyways, and while the 2DS is it's a cheaper alternative. It's not as well made as the 3DS.
How so?
Yeah, well, I mean, I've heard the construction of it.
Software or hardware?
No, the hardware. The plastic's pretty shoddy. But here's the thing. I like the fact that they made the 2DS because it offers people a good price point to play all the 3DS and their huge library without having to break the bank.
And I'm not even I don't mind that they did it. I just, in my personal opinion, I think the 3DS is worth the money just because of its durability, and I really, for handhelds, I'm a fan of the clamshell design.
Yeah.
I like that, and that's the only gripe I would have with the 2DS is that it's not clamshell.
Yeah, and that really bothers me. But by all means, if you don't want the more expensive system, go for the 2DS. But if you have the money, I think it's better in the long run to just purchase the 3DS.
I could spend that $40 on Bravely Default.
True.
So that brings up another interesting question. Should we as consumers have to pay for a gaming device, be it handheld, be it console, specifically because there are a few games we want, and Bravely Default is my example, on the 2DS. Same with Fire Emblem. And on the Vita, I'm thinking Persona 4 Golden because I'm crazy.
That brings up like the idea of exclusives, though. What do you believe in? Like, what do you believe about exclusives?
See, I like the idea of having exclusives, but at the same time, it really fucks the consumer.
Yeah, the consumer's like, oh, fuck you, I don't want to play Left 4 Dead 3 at all.
But like, it brings up the issue because I don't have either. I don't have either of the next gen. All right, I've got a PS3, I've got a PC, and I got my 360. I'm white. But the
like
Xbox
that was
One,
a class joke.
it was a class joke, but not really a race joke.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'm not.
I thought I was the racist.
I'm not a racist.
I'm...
The Xbox One's got a game called Sunset Overdrive.
Yeah.
And it looks really, really cool. But I'm not paying $500 for a fucking ring binder.
Yeah. I can see where you're coming from.
And the same with the PlayStation. It's got a few games that look really, really cool.
Yeah.
But I'm not paying $400, $500 for a fucking eraser.
Okay, so, yeah. See, what I'm thinking, it's better to buy consoles at the end of their generation cycle because you've got a expansive library of games. You're not just buying the console for 2 or 3 games.
Yeah, you're just not waiting for them to come out.
But then there's the thing where it's not as popular anymore, and there's not as much online activity. And I mean, depending on the way what you play, single player or multiplayer, it doesn't matter if you're a single player gamer. But it's just if you're patient, you end up with a pretty good system with a bunch of really good games for a lot cheaper than the starting price.
So yeah, consoles like the Wii.
Fuck the Wii.
Exactly.
Seriously.
Little Charlie was excited to get one for Christmas.
So was little Kate.
Right? I'm like, oh, this is so cool. Look at this
thing ever.
Look at this.
It got
wireless remotes and junk.
What is the sorcery?
And then I'm like, you know what? There aren't any good games for this.
There's not many good games.
Mario Galaxy was really good.
And this is what I'm going to bring up.
I never finished that. That game was hard as shit.
Hold up. Okay. Now, I'm a huge Nintendo fan. I love Nintendo.
Yeah, we know you are.
They need to stop
rehashing old franchises.
Yes! I am so glad
dumb.
you said that. Okay, I'm tired of Nintendo systems being Mario machines.
And Zelda machines.
That's all they are. Now,
I'm
a bit biased. I like Zelda more than I do Mario.
I want a new Metroid. I want
a new Metroid. Let me clarify. One that's not
want a new Metroid that's not shit.
Metroid trumps all.
Basically, like a Metroid Prime 4.
I don't want another Metroid Other M.
That would be bad. Because
that game was horrible.
Metroid Prime was the good 3D ones.
The monitor keeps blacking out, so we've got Dylan and his foot to wake it back up.
Oh, he's got footwork all right.
Okay, and
my feet.
But what I do like is
Fifth Man's on his way, people.
Yes,
sweet. All right,
Fifth Man's on his way. I love him. He's my favorite.
So I'm gonna get this out there. I own a Wii U. I bought it.
Queer.
Shut up. You know what? Shut up.
You
still have a Wii, so
I don't use
that was the
Wii.
last Nintendo console
I used the
bought.
Wii to play GameCube games.
Connor, do you think anyone would buy that Wii?
I own a
Probably
Wii
for like $20.
I own a Wii
you
to
can
play
sell it for,
GameCube
like,
games. So.
But honestly, I mean, I like what they're doing with it because they're allowing a lot more third-party developers in on their system.
Of course, it's still not very good.
It's not, but I'm one of those people that could really give less of a shit about graphics. I don't care as long as it runs the game and it runs it decently.
Hold up. Does anyone...
Because
go ahead.
I believe that gameplay makes or breaks.
It does.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If I've got a really beautiful game and it plays like shit, I'm not going to play that. Yeah, basically. But yeah, Dylan?
Do any of you have a Wii U?
I do.
He does.
I'm probably the only one.
Do you have Zombie U?
It's really good, though.
Is that a good game?
I've played the demo, and for what I've played at the demo, it's a really good game.
They need to make more shit
I'm
like
hoping
that.
to pick... Yeah, see, that was a really good launch title, and it's really unfortunate that the Wii U had a really
exclusively
bad sale.
Wii U.
It's exclusive to Wii U. What I've seen, it's a fantastic game, and it's just really a shame that the launch titles... That was one of the only good launch titles for the Wii U.
And then...
Well, I'm putting a stop to this.
We need our topics.
New topics.
Yeah.
New topics.
Fuck your couch.
Also Monster Hunter, because I have an erection for that game.
You're weird. Okay. It's a little late. Best game of 2013.
Oh shit.
I know it's February. It's a little late.
Well, we all know that GTA 5 got the award, but I do not agree with that.
I don't think it was the best game of 2013.
Last of Us.
BioShock Infinite.
I think Borderlands 2 got a Game of the Year.
But it was like wasn't it 2012?
Yeah, it was 2012.
I don't know. I just saw it on Steam, and it was advertising Game of the Year for Borderlands 2, and there was a huge sale for it recently, so I wasn't sure.
I'm gonna say BioShock Infinite is my game of 2013.
Really? Really? You thought it was that good?
It was phenomenal. It
I
was
haven't
really
played it.
pretentious. It was really douchey.
Someone needs to let me borrow that.
And the story was 5 ways up its own ass, but it was really, really good.
Do you need to play the other Bioshocks to get it?
No, it's completely unrelated.
All right, well then,
Jade,
I want to
Aside
get it.
from a weird bout in Rapture.
Okay, Cade, you are the only person I know who has a grudge against the other Bioshock games.
I love Bioshock 1. Bioshock 2 was dumb.
But,
That's what I'm saying. I hear really good things about Bioshock 2.
Okay, functionally, Bioshock 2 was good. It was basically more of Bioshock 1. In terms of its story, and in terms of its originality, it was really dumb.
I like Rapture a lot better than I did Columbia.
No, Columbia was beautiful.
Yeah, but something about Rapture I loved.
I love Rapture, and I love Ryan, right? Jack Ryan?
Yeah.
Not Jack Ryan. What the fuck?
No.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Ryan. I can't remember his first name. I love him. I love Fontaine. I love Rapture. But there's just something about a giant floating cloud city of racists that turns me on.
Oh, dear.
Not because they're racist, because it's a floating cloud city.
What is this best game or favorite game?
Best game of 2013.
The thing I loved...
Can we have a favorite game? Because mine
wait.
will get shot down.
All right.
Favorite game. Bioshock's my favorite game. Functionally, it might be my favorite. It might be the best game of 2013.
Honestly, I'm gonna say my favorite game was...
I have no idea.
Oh, great.
And Charlie knows what I'm gonna say. Monster Hunter 3.
Called it!
Because...
Monster Hunter 3 was really bad, though.
Okay, I'll give you the point that
Hold
it's
on.
really repetitive.
I'll qualify. Yeah, It wasn't a
Okay.
badly designed game.
Okay.
It was
Oh,
just
no.
really grindtastic.
And for some reason, I hate grinding, but for some reason, something about that game keeps me wanting to play it.
Okay, Monster Hunter Tri, like the original Tri, is much, much harder than Tri Ultimate.
Which is what I'm playing.
Tri Ultimate Spoon feeds the
Yeah.
hell out of it.
But you see, and you know what's good about this, you know what's good about that. Monster Hunter as a series has not had a good foothold in the West, and what they were trying to do with 3 Ultimate is they're trying to bring in new players, get them seasoned, and then later, or early 2015 actually.
Monster Hunter 4.
Monster Hunter 4 is coming out, I'm going
And
to buy
hopefully
that
it's hard
shit.
as shit.
Hopefully it is, because, I will agree with you, 3U is not difficult. I'm nowhere near finished playing it.
And then there's G-Rank.
Yeah, but... And even G-Rank in that game is probably not going to be that difficult, considering the stuff that I have. But
50 Cent.
G-Unit.
G-Unit, that's it.
Yeah, not G-Squad.
G-Unit.
I heard it this morning. I
Yeah.
couldn't
But
remember
Monster
it.
Hunter, I think it's really good. And, the thing is, it's the only series that's keeping me,
Yo,
up to date. It's the only Capcom game that's really keeping me with Capcom. I'm not a huge Capcom
Oh, really?
fan.
I liked the new Devil May Cry.
Well, speaking about Game of the Year, do you think exclusives...
Three-
Do you think
Game of the Year.
exclusives should be
don't-
allowed to be
no.
Game of the Year?
No, because that doesn't give everyone an enjoyable experience.
Yeah, I was
That's
gonna
really
say,
biased, I'd say.
Yeah,
Yeah, and back to the exclusives.
even though it is possible from the
I just don't...
Yeah, but it's still kind of unfair.
Yeah.
I'm on the fence about exclusives, because it's like, oh, cool, I own the system, I
Get
get this
I'm
game,
such a
and
badass.
it's just me, because I own this system. Or just people that own this system,
Yeah.
rather. But when it's like, hey, I'm going to buy this new system specifically...
For this game.
Yeah. I'm
think
like,
you have a
sorry,
problem.
Mr. Moneybags, I
Well-
own a PC, and that's it.
Well, I don't know.
If you want to play the best games, you buy a PC.
And
Yeah.
Steam. I got Saints Row 2
Steam
for
is the
$2.
future. Let's do it. Next question. Favorite genre?
Oh, shit.
Hack and slash. I love hack and slash games.
I'll take it. I was thinking more
RPG.
along...
Yeah, of course.
it-
JRPG.
It depends, though.
Depends on my mood, really.
I can
I'll
play JRPG any day.
take
Yeah, I love RPGs.
JRPGs, RPGs in general. I'll take survival horror.
Survival horror is the shit.
Yeah.
Actually,
take-
yes.
It's an
survival horror.
underserved niche.
really
you
is.
talking about DayZ or Rust?
No, like
or,
No, Daisy's not even a horror
that's
game.
survival.
It's not horror,
That's
but
just survival. That's
That's
not
survival.
horror.
Horror
What
more like
survival horror are you talking about? then?
like Amnesia kind of horror, Outlast kind of horror.
Those are really good.
Resident Evil
Oh,
4 was
yes.
really it was kind of a horror.
Can I bring up the topic of proper survival horror?
that there hasn't been one in a long time?
There hasn't been, because you know what they do?
They make it action.
They give you every gun under the sun and tell you go shoot zombies
And then
in the
somebody
head.
jumps out of a
and
closet.
somebody jumps out of a closet. That's not horror. That's
Skeleton jumps
that's-
out of the closet and
That's
yells
an
boo.
action
Booga,
game.
booga, booga.
That's an action game, and
With
you
a
take
jump scare. It's the fifth man! Did you call this? Did you call he was going to be here for the favorite genre?
Yeah.
Go back.
Space simulation.
Yeah.
Pull up a chair.
Holy shit! Someone said space.
Okay,
No, pull up a chair.
Right here.
How did I call
Zach,
that?
come pull up a chair and sit here.
There are no chairs.
Here,
Go
take
upstairs and
this.
find
Take
a chair.
this. Zach, just take this one.
Okay.
I called that shit.
So, while we're getting this situated, I'm gonna continue talking about the proper survival horror.
Shit.
You don't. What you don't do is you take a guy who's got like fucking testosterone poisoning and freaking guns out the ass and shoot zombies.
I need that.
What you do, you take a guy who's completely helpless. You put him
in a bad situation.
You put him in a bad situation,
Silent
and
Hill 2.
you see how he reacts.
A la Silent Hill 2.
Or say Amnesia, the original.
That's Amnesia Machine for Pigs. I liked, but it wasn't as.
It was okay if they had named it anything other than
Amnesia,
it would have been
phenomenal.
phenomenal as a standalone game, but as a sequel, it was really disappointing.
Because there was
not
a lot
saying
of
it's
stuff removed.
Yeah, and
It was really the story was really good.
It was a really good
and
story.
The scares were really good.
They were,
but it wasn't an Amnesia game.
It wasn't.
Like
it didn't live up to the hype that it was given.
Okay, what the? I will say I liked that your lantern never ran out of fuel.
Yes,
that was a good addition.
But
of course that was part of the survival element.
Yes, and it was also part of once you run out of oil, you're like, oh
You're
shit,
fucked.
I'm screwed. I can't see a foot in front of me. There's going to be a monster that'll cut me up.
Yeah, I'd like a Zippo or something, or maybe a box of matches, that I can just strike one and have it for a limited time. I burn my hand, I go like this and yell ouch, and then monster hears me.
Well, see, and that's like I liked about
game developers.
Dying Light.
Dying Light looks like it's
But
fantastic.
it's Xbox exclusive, which kind of sucks shit.
It really does, but it looks fantastic.
Fuck Xbox One.
Okay,
I
but
saw, as soon as I saw the demo for it, I was like, oh my god, I want to play
But really,
this.
honestly, survival horror is kind of a dead genre. It's more like
wish
living
it
horror.
wasn't.
I
It's
wish
not-
it wasn't.
I know, but
It's-
right now it's living horror. You don't
die.
go through the game guns blazing. You don't have to survive for
It's
anything.
no survival.
Okay, new topic.
Wait, I want to hear Zach on space
Yeah,
simulation.
favorite genre, space simulation. Let's hear you,
Actually,
asshole.
I don't think Space Simulation is my favorite.
Because there's like one game.
No, there are a couple games.
There's a few games.
But
never
most of them are
played this.
futuristic and...
I've never played
X3 was really, really good.
And Zach, you're probably just a critic about all of them.
Also, I mean,
because they're... Oh my god.
They're not getting their facts right.
It's not as prevalent as other genres, but I do like the occasional FPS. Those
I
are
really like
fun.
old FPS.
Old FPS.
I love old FPS. And I like some new
Some
FPS.
new
Okay,
FPS.
so like Doom.
I'm talking like
or
Shadow
like,
Warrior, Duke Nukem, Doom 1.
Okay.
Doom
Battlefield 4!
Shut up!
Nerd. It's Battlefield.
Oh my god.
Reference to a thing that I haven't finished editing yet.
Dude,
No, that was...
and
No,
so-
I still haven't finished part 3.
Alright.
I love, just sitting down for a while playing a little bit of Black Ops 2.
That's fun.
That's fun.
Occasionally.
It's a good time waster.
I couldn't
if
binge
you don't-
on it.
No.
I just
Actually, I have
clocked
to
in
binge on it.
72
Okay.
hours on that game.
Okay, new
I mean,
topic.
on posts.
So,
Okay, Zach has something to say.
I recently started playing Assassin's Creed again.
4?
For Black Flag.
I haven't gotten
Follow
that.
the glory.
I haven't
I'm
gotten
sorry,
that yet.
but I just got here in the middle. I need to state something.
He needs to say
All right,
I
hear you.
love that game.
Is it
For those
good?
of you who don't know, this is the Fifth Man.
The fifth man.
Dude.
All
Talk.
children say hi to the Fifth Man.
He's just here.
Hi Zach, I love you.
I love you too, Charles.
They can't know his name.
We've already said it like 3
the
times.
Fifth Man is no. Yeah, we've said it like 8 times. In
It doesn't
Persona 1 and
matter.
2.
That's his stage name.
It doesn't matter.
Zach.
Yeah.
That's his stage.
Okay, let's
am
move
I?
along.
Okay, next topic.
Little Mac.
Little Mac from
What?
Punch Out is going to be in Smash Brothers.
Oh,
Wii U.
alright.
When
Who's
I
Little
saw
Mac?
that,
Who's Little Mac?
You know, but
Punch Out.
Did you play Punch Out?
No.
Mike
Did you
Tyson
watch
Punch
Cool?
Out.
No.
Tyson's Punch
Do you
Out.
know what Punch Out is?
No.
Look it up.
Cool.
Can we have a
Okay.
talking stick?
Little Mac. When I saw him,
This is bottle cap. You can only talk with a bottle cap.
Okay, I'm a big fan of the Smash Brothers series. I think it's a really good fighting game. It's definitely not. Okay, I know you're gonna say it's definitely not as good as some of the other ones.
That's not what I'm going to say.
Oh, really?
You
Okay.
don't have the bottle cap.
I give him permission to speak on my
Okay.
behalf.
Person with the bottle cap, you give
But-
permission to
Okay,
people to speak.
but I'm really excited for the new Smash Brothers game. I'm always a big fan of it. But when I saw they didn't have very good.
Okay, what's up with Wii Fit Trainer? Come on.
Yeah,
that's
that.
bullshit.
I think
That's
that
a
was
thing?
just a fucking joke.
Wii Fit Trainer is actually one of the characters.
It's going to be in it, I know, but I think it's like literally like a joke from the developers. I'm not done yet, guys. But
I thought it was a
I
joke.
think Little Mac.
You just
I
got-
think Little Mac was something that everyone was thinking was going to happen, and that now that it happened, I'm not sure if it's going to be as good as everyone thinks it's going to be, because he's Get out of my face. He's not a.
You can't see it, but I just gave him head.
Whoa.
Okay.
Just kidding.
I think he's a bit.
not.
I think he's a bit overhyped, but what I saw, it looks like it'll be interesting.
God damn it.
Oh, okay, who wants to talk? Charlie wants to talk.
Oh, damn it.
So, honestly, I don't see the point in, like, the Wii Fit trainer. I mean, seriously.
I think it's literally just Nintendo pulling her.
But you know what it's
chains.
created?
Has anyone gotten fit
You know
from
what's created?
Wii?
A lot of fan art.
A lot of porn.
And some really creepy fan art.
I don't know.
really cool.
Okay, Rule 34. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway.
If there is porn, if it exists, there is
There's
porn
porn
of
of
it.
it.
If it doesn't
Doesn't
have porn currently, it will
will
in the
be.
future.
Yes.
Rule 35.
Anyway.
Shut
Anyway.
Yeah.
Basically, what I think of Smash Bros. As, I like how it's a bunch of characters from everything under the
Right,
sun.
yeah.
And it's like, you know, you're arguing with the little brother over which video game character is the best. You can just...
Beat the shit out of your little brother.
Yeah, with him.
With the controller.
Yeah, not even in the game.
Yeah, you can actually just...
the game disc.
Yes.
You can actually...
Then buy another game disc.
Actually slit his throat with the game disc.
Moving on.
Okay.
Why did I come to this
Really
thing?
I got really
Okay, I have the cap.
Zach,
Okay.
I have the cap.
Is it a star cap?
No.
Well, howdy, partner.
Oh, God.
Festus. I'm going to give permission to everyone to talk over top of each other once I throw this out there.
Okay.
Oh, it's gonna be hectic.
Okay.
Is Smash Brothers a true fighting game?
Yeah, it is.
Don't salute
Don't-
Hitler.
No, we are not Nazis here.
You didn't see it, but I just shat doves.
Speak for
Okay,
It's the only fighting game
I
I've
would
played.
consider it a real fighting game, but it's not up there with stuff like, I don't know, like maybe
This is your
Tekken.
fucking bottle cap from 2 weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah.
It's the sacred
I
bottle
left it on
cap.
there. I'm
It's
gonna
a
keep it.
fighting
Keep
game.
it.
It's just not up there with the other ones,
Get
but I
in.
still enjoy it.
I think it works as if that's not a fighting
That's
game.
not a fighting
I
game
know,
at all.
I was kidding.
I like the way Smash Brothers operates. And I like the way that it's laid out, so you have all your characters from pretty much every Nintendo property.
I was shit.
Which is
at
good.
the
In
game.
comparison to the kinds of mechanics you find with shit like Tekken and Marvel vs. Capcom and stuff like that, you run out of mechanics, right?
But you
Dive
gotta think,
kick.
You gotta think.
Dive kick!
And I don't want to bring up the stereotype that Nintendo is like a kiddie company, but they're really trying to market those games towards the younger audience,
They are.
and you want to have a more simplistic game for kids to play.
Well, and I guess it is that.
It's a little bit of that.
Because we're older, I generally enjoy the fluency of combos and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I can see as a younger person, you don't want to go through a huge, complex startup.
That's why you've got these really simple but effective things that you can do, and it's overall, I think it's still a pretty enjoyable experience.
Yeah, to me, Smash Bros. It's not like a serious fighting game.
Oh,
Like,
not
it's
by
like
at
a
all.
time
It's a
killer.
party game.
It's a
Yeah.
party game. It's a time killer game. You know,
It's not something I would hook my arcade stick up to.
You know what's not a party game? Mario Party.
That ruins friendships.
That game's fun.
Are they
I
coming
love
out with
it.
a new one soon?
Moving
They
on.
should.
They only have like
Moving
9
on.
of them, right?
Then you must
I
be
still-
the asshole that steals everyone's
Bravely
stars.
Default
Yeah.
for the 2/3DS.
We already
Yay.
did that.
Yeah.
Damn it!
You're not... Okay.
We're going in order.
What is that? Is that a game title?
Bravely Default?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Bravely
it's a JRPG for the 2DS.
I downloaded
Yuck.
the demo. I haven't played it
Shut
yet.
up.
Check
Yuck.
it out.
Yuck.
JRPGs
You're like
rock.
you're like the odd one out here.
Speaking of JRPGs, this is only going to interest me because I'm the only one here that's interested in it. But why is Persona 5 exclusive to the PS3?
It is.
Just
Because-
the PS3.
Because
Zach, we need to get through Persona 3
PS4.
first.
Wait. When's it? Okay, when is this coming out?
It's Japan in 2014 winter, but nobody has
So
any
it's
idea what a
not
Western
even
release is.
exclusive for PS4.
No.
No, it's exclusive to the PS3, comes out in winter 2014 in Japan.
Probably 'cause it-
and they haven't even considered localizing it yet. But they should.
And
'cause
when
it's
they do,
popular.
it'll be like 25, like late
like
2015,
maybe like mid 2015, and
No.
it'll still have to be exclusive to the PS3.
And everyone's
probably start-
everyone's either like there's going to
Don't
sorry,
hit the board on
Sorry,
things.
Zach. What did you
Don't
want to
hit
say?
the
It's
board.
our
on
board.
things.
So those games are like 100 freaking hours long.
They
They've
are.
probably been working on it since
The dawn of time.
since the middle of Persona 3.
What are you talking about? That story's
Four.
shit.
Persona 3?
God.
Great story.
Toddler
Shut
can
up.
think of that.
You haven't even played it, dude. You don't even know.
Speaking of
We
which,
speed
recording
ran it.
that today?
I don't know. We can do Persona 3 or we can do other shit.
Okay.
But
Oh, God.
Continuing on.
right. Let's do some in real life topics that aren't gaming related.
Alright.
So Winter Olympics. Have you guys been watching?
Wait,
I don't
is-
give a flying fuck about the Winter Olympics.
Hey,
Is-
Russian ice skaters are the bomb.
Did-
Okay,
did
other
you-
Did you
than-
see that he had to walk off because of his back?
Actually,
Somebody
yeah.
broke his
Evgeny
spine.
Shevchenko?
I was watching it.
Literally,
I don't
like
watch figure skating.
Somebody
I
broke his
watched
spine.
the opening ceremony, and I have not watched a single sport.
Did
yet.
you watch?
Being from Canada, I watch all the hockey.
Hold on. Did you watch?
And that's a really bad stereotype.
did you watch the
that you
US
brought up?
Ovechkin.
Wait, are we talking about the Putin games here?
The Russians
hold on.
lost this morning.
Yes, did you see America beat them? 8 shots in
In a
shootout.
shootout.
8 shots.
With luck because the
The one
Russian
guy-
couldn't hit the 5-hole.
They're still lucky in the Olympics. It is purely skill.
I bet Vladimir Putin went into the locker room and slapped every single one of them.
They're probably all dead now.
Yeah.
They basically said if Russia doesn't win hockey, they basically said if they sweep every other event and Russia doesn't win hockey, it was a waste of time.
Yeah, they're only there for hockey.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
they're still in it, right? Or are they out?
No, it's preliminaries for men's right
Yeah,
now.
that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
It's so much fun though.
America.
So, how about that U.S. snowboarding?
How about
How about Sean?
Okay,
Next
RoboCop
Sean,
2014.
what did you
we
do?
skipped over Seth Meyers.
Seth Meyers on Tonight Show. Seth Meyers on Tonight Show.
I
and
like
Late
Seth
Show with
Myers.
Jimmy
I
Fallon.
would
Late Show
have
with
his
Jimmy
Everyone
Fallon.
likes Seth
I would have
Meyers.
Seth
I would have
Meyers'
Seth
children.
Meyers' children.
I
Seth
would-
Meyers is a sexy man.
Yes,
I wish
he is.
Oh, yeah.
He's right up there with,
Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy
Bill
Fallon and
I love Bill Hader.
Ball sacks going for the mouse again.
Justin Timberlake.
I would have Justin
I
Timberlake's
would do
children.
him.
Okay, David Tennant, though.
Yes.
I wouldn't have his kids.
You're more biased though because you're a fan
I would
Of
marry
what?
David Tennant.
of Doctor Who.
I'm
okay.
a fan of Seth Meyers, too.
Yeah, but
Okay, hold on.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
Doctor Who fan
I wouldn't
too.
you shut me down with that.
That's just
You
because
shut me
no
down
one
with
knows
that.
who David Tennant is.
I love
I know who David Tennant is.
damn it.
I wouldn't necessarily say I'd have David Tennant's kids, but I would definitely father them from a previous relationship.
I would be.
Okay.
I would be in a committed relationship with David Tennant.
I wouldn't. That's gay.
I would divorce someone.
I'm the racist.
and then-
He's the
Okay,
homophobe.
I just learned this morning. Do
Okay.
you guys know who Ellen Page is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She recently came out of the closet,
Dude,
Cool.
really?
and that crushed me this morning.
Because
Nice.
you had a shot?
Maybe.
Fuck you.
Okay, RoboCop.
RoboCop 2014. Is anybody interested in seeing this?
Not really.
I want to.
It doesn't really.
Did you
pique my
know the
interest.
actor from the original
I was-
RoboCop was Red from that 70s show?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's awesome.
I was honestly trying to figure out if it was supposed to be a sequel or a remake.
it's a remake.
yeah,
it's a remake.
I know that
Is it?
now, but
It is a
Okay,
remake.
because
I've heard
I
it's
saw
good.
the original, in the
was-
trailer. It was like the
the
original
original's
armor,
mediocre.
and then it's got like the black armor or whatever.
I don't know. It looks good. I might rent it.
I would
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 rent it.
see it.
I wouldn't.
I
pay
just
to
don't
see
know if I would enjoy it.
it. Okay.
I wouldn't go to the theater.
Does
for it.
anybody have any interesting channel news? Because I just wrote that one down. Because
My channel still has no videos. Don't
'Cause
go
you
on
don't
it.
have-
Zach has a channel, just don't do
give
shit.
your channel a
Charles and
description.
I.
No!
Charles and I. Were
I've already
starting
done
up-
it.
Charles and I were starting up our Half-Life 2 Let's Play. We've got the first chapter. We're doing it by chapter. I feel like that's the easiest way to do it.
Depends on the chapter, though. It could take pretty long.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I feel like it's a good way
Maybe
to
you
do
could do it
so.
in sets.
It is a let's
Could be.
play though.
Yeah,
That's
it's a Let's
true.
Play. But we've
Yeah, but
got
this guy doesn't like videos to go over like 35 minutes.
Yeah.
we've got
Because
chapter
he has no
It's an hour-long
time.
podcast.
We've got chapter
Yeah.
1.
But this is just something you put on in the background.
We've got chapter 1
like that spike.
recorded.
That's why I like
We're going to
podcasts.
Look at that
upload it.
spike.
Yeah.
We're going to upload it hopefully
What is that spike?
this
That's us
Wednesday.
yelling.
Oh.
It's going to be what did we have named for it?
Half-Life.
Half-Life,
I watched the
Half-Life,
update
yeah.
video in the
Yes.
bathroom.
Yeah,
In the bathroom.
Yeah.
You just
Oh,
watched us while you were
were you,
shitting.
I watched this while I was taking a shit.
Oh, I
Okay.
was going to
Oh.
say masturbating, but okay.
We're just that
Feverishly.
attractive.
Feverishly masturbating.
But
Very
other than
attractive.
that, I'm thinking once we get some more money, we're gonna do a Penumbra.
It was
because-
weird.
Penumbra is so
It was
great.
weird. I bought every game we have so far.
All right. Well,
Charles is the
You
man
just
in
have
this
to ask me
relationship.
for money, but I don't have money right now.
Go get us some Steam cards.
Okay.
You know what you
I
should do?
mean-
you should shovel driveways.
Don't do that. That's a
No,
bad idea.
You
I
should
throw up my
whore
back doing
yourself.
that.
Yeah,
Prostitute
I'm
yourself
gonna
for
prostitute
Steam
myself for
cards.
Steam money. Okay,
My channel, I think I wanted to do Tekkit, Hexit, that kind of stuff, but for some reason Marillis won't record Java. It causes it to crash every time I boot it up. So I'm either going to do Fallout or XCOM. I don't know.
XCOM.
there's no way the mic
For
picked
those of
that
you that
up.
didn't hear that, Zach just puked blood.
yeah, but you didn't see it.
What?
You
Okay, next
didn't
topic.
see it, but Zach just puked
Next
blood.
topic, we're back to gaming.
X-Bone or the
X-Bone
Pisser?
or the Pisser? Let's hear it.
Wait, is the Pisser the
PS4?
name of the PS4? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, now
Zach already
I'm
has
glad
one.
there's equality here between bad names.
yeah.
Right.
I like the X-Bone name. That's kind
Pisser
of.
for
X-Bone
life.
or the Pisser? I hate both of them.
I don't have an opinion. I don't have an opinion. I've never been huge
Angle that mic
Microsoft
better
or
'cause
Sony
He's
fan.
over there.
The only reason I like my PS4 a lot is
You know what I like? My PS2.
I love my PC.
I love PS2.
I wish I had my PS2.
I like
I play
PS2
Persona 4 again.
Shadow of the
I like
Colossus.
Shadow of the Colossus. I need to buy that
Dude,
game and play it.
Ico.
Zach,
I need
Battlefield
to play
4,
P- I need to play
64
Shadow of
player
the
server,
Colossus.
1080p.
Oh yes, it's so cool.
Okay.
You know
Wait.
what's a good RPG for? I'm gonna bring back the Wii again. Freaking
It's
Xenoblade.
Battlefield
Apparently,
4.
that's a really good game.
No, what was it called? The Last Story.
Last Story, is that for
really
Wii?
good. I think it's either Wii or Wii U.
Okay,
probably
they're
Wii U.
coming out. Okay, what I'm really excited for is this game. That
Beyond Two Souls.
No,
Hey guys, Ellen Page is
Great game!
horrible game.
No, okay, so they're releasing this game.
Look
I
at
don't know.
that spike.
I don't know if there was. I don't know.
Okay,
If,
Beyond Two Souls is an interactive story.
It's not a game.
It doesn't match up
Okay,
against Heavy
guys,
Rain, we'll
guys,
say
guys.
that.
Heavy
what I'm
Rain was
excited
still
for.
bad too.
It was great!
What I'm excited for, it's by the same people who
Mine.
made Xenoblade, which I'm probably going to pick up and play because it's
was
apparently
good.
really
I
good.
liked it.
Get off my tie. But
For those of you
it's,
that didn't
it's
see
called
it, Zach just spit on his tie.
but,
For those of you that can't see it, Connor's a faggot.
Whoa.
yeah, totally. I got a big out and everything. But,
Connor's just jerking off right now.
but it's this game. I don't think they have an official name for it, but right now it's known as X, and it's basically it's by the same people who did Xenoblade, and what it looks like is an open world action JRPG with fucking mechs, and it looks fun.
So basically, Titanfall if it was an RPG.
Titanfall if it wasn't a fucking
Chrono
Call of Duty
Trigger.
and-
Chrono Trigger was radical.
It's like Chrono Trigger, but like awesome.
Look at this text I'm sending.
Like, not saying Chrono Trigger wasn't awesome, but it's like
Oh, it's
it's
on
like
Titan.
this big expansive world. You've got these really huge monsters. You've got these awesome mechs. It looks like a really good time.
Okay.
I just sent a text that said they made my anus hurt.
To who?
To whom for
I just thought I'd point that out.
To who?
Yeah, who you said that to?
Alex.
David and Ethan.
Oh, great.
Because they
Okay,
were talking about Madden and stuff and how I suck at it and how David beat the team that I lost to. I said,
Okay.
yeah, they made my
Let's
anus
not
hurt.
talk about sports games.
I don't do sports games.
I know, I was
Not
just
at all.
saying.
I have
They were
Madden
extra-
11 and I play it just so I can see the funny
Okay,
replays.
here's an
Yeah.
interesting question. Why are indie games getting so damn popular these days?
Because innovation, and that's all I'm.
Because
that's all I was
cheap.
gonna say that's a lie.
People are
No,
drifting away from the mainstream.
Definitely not cheap, Dylan. Definitely not
So
cheap.
everybody hates Call of Duty remakes. That's why.
Okay, that happened after Modern Warfare
True,
2, where they just
true.
remade the same
I
thing.
think it's people don't want to be parts of large groups anymore, and they're branching off to find little tiny stuff that no one's heard of.
They
But
want
is
to
it-
be their own
See,
special
that's not
snowflake.
necessarily what I think. I think people are realizing that the gaming industry, the mainstream at
fucked.
least, is going to shit.
Okay, the
The gaming
average
industry's fucked.
It's
Yes,
going.
industry.
It's literally you're taking the same game from your previous, console
And just
generation.
updating it a little
You're
bit.
updating it a little bit and selling it at full price.
You know where there's
I agree
innovation?
with that. I agree that the
Atlas.
average gamer thinks like that.
Yeah.
Well, not the average gamer, but the intelligent gamer
Yeah.
thinks like that. But people as a whole don't think like that.
At all.
Yeah.
At all.
At all.
I'm going to say it right now. Innovation comes in the stuff that you would least expect it to. Atlas USA has been doing a lot of innovation. I want to do the Catherine demo with you guys because it's the weirdest fucking thing
Catherine,
I've ever done.
I've seen a little bit of it, and it's a really bizarre looking.
I
game.
want to do the demo with you guys because it's weird.
Talk about innovation. Okay,
Oh, God.
I'm taking the board right now. So there's this company that's teaming up with dude made the Oculus Rift, like the virtual reality helmet thing.
Oh, that
The
thing.
Oculus Rift.
But
That's
no,
so
it's
cool.
better. This gets better.
Talk louder.
They made this podium. What was it, a podium thing?
Yeah, I saw that. You run on it.
Oh, no, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. And like you have like little grooves in your shoes so you can like run it and like squat.
And they've
like,
even- and they've got a gun controller.
and it looks amazing.
I
I
saw-
want to play
I-
Battlefield on it.
Stop smashing the
I
board
saw.
against
I
me.
saw a YouTuber. Are we gonna plug? We're gonna plug. Markiplier. I watched.
Markiplier.
I love Markiplier.
He's
Dude,
awesome.
I'm glad you said that. I really like him.
And like PewDiePie.
I would no. PewDiePie's.
Such
Mark,
shit.
Mark is like PewDiePie.
Mark
in a way.
is, but while he's like him, he's also very sincere, and he at times
played
he can
Girls'
be
Big Program.
he can be serious, whereas PewDiePie is basically all random all the time.
He's not bad. He just tries too hard sometimes.
Like when
Yeah.
he's not trying hard, he can be kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, whatever
so
gets you
something
20 million
but I like
subscribers.
Mark, and I like Mark because he's got a fucking awesome voice. But he
Hello,
played.
my name is Mark. I can't even do it.
He's got a
I don't
really
even
good
know what
voice.
that was.
He's got a really good voice.
Guy's Mexican.
But he
I like
he
his
was
voice.
at I think it might have been like PAX or something, but he was there. He tested out that podium thing you're talking about with the Oculus Rift, and he was playing Half-Life 2 with it, and it looked really cool.
It looks badass.
With
You
some
play-
polishing, it could be really great.
He played Half-Life 2 with it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
He
it,
played-
it hooks into any sort of system. It can use for any You can like program and stuff like that.
Okay. So it's limited to like the already in-game functions, right?
Mhm.
But I'm thinking they could make games where basically it moves any way you do, any way you want it to.
Mhm.
It's got limited use, but I can see.
and
it.
it's so cool that stuff like this exists because you just see the fact that we have stuff like this now. Just imagine what we're gonna have like a couple of decades from now.
So you're
All
saying
that-
you're saying this new thing is
Seriously,
Hey, man,
like
no,
that could be a
20
possibility.
2015. We're 2 years away from hoverboards.
Yeah,
you're
seriously.
saying this new thing is pretty much doing what the Kinect failed at.
Basically, it is the Kinect what it should have been.
It should, yeah.
All right, so
What the Kinect wanted to be.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to
Felt miserable,
for some reason I feel compelled to talk about this, but so
I feel compelled to beat you to death with my fans.
I bet you do.
Why, what?
So
Did you say phallus?
So
I think I might have said phallus.
Okay.
in a lot of the small gaming communities, like my Kerbal Space Program.
A small gaming community.
Oh my god! Well, it's a small forum community.
Yeah.
But
There's a difference.
Yeah, there's different.
There's a Starbound is a small gaming community.
yeah. So
Speaking of that, I got another.
there was this like universal
God.
fear of PewDiePie, and it's hilarious.
Fear?
They're
are we
afraid
talking about
that he's gonna play the game that everyone in the forums enjoys.
Make it look like shit.
No, not make it look like
Or
that.
make it
but
popular?
No, they're afraid that his like armies of bros are gonna come into the forums.
He's a dictator!
and
Fuck
just
shit up.
Yes.
Is he still number 1 on YouTube?
Yes.
By far!
By a lot.
Seriously, that's like...
He's...
How?
I enjoy
I
some of his
understand.
videos.
I understand his success. He's like people.
How
like
does he
him.
get that
He's-
big off of one video a day, though?
He's because it's and
Stop shaking the fucking.
and you know what's good about you, and you know what it is.
Oh,
about,
damn it!
you know what it is about YouTube.
no.
It's not so much about the games because if it was the games, in that case, anyone could be number 1 on YouTube. It's personality when it comes to YouTube.
Yeah, and
You
his
subscribe
personality is just kinda weird.
like me when I subscribe to
You
people.
don't subscribe to the gameplay. You subscribe. To
I
his
subscribe.
personality.
Yeah, like when I first started listening to Mark, I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy, he's really cool. I'm gonna subscribe to him. And like, I liked PewDiePie like a while back when he was first like sort of coming out.
When he wasn't a sellout.
And he was funny then, and he's still every once in a while puts out a good video. But his because of his success, he's changed it. And
It's the same reason I don't like Tobuscus. All right.
Yes.
It's because he's gotten super popular. He's just started trying too hard.
Fucking annoying.
he's
his
got
original-
like
his
partnership.
older-
He's
like
got
his original
partnerships
older
with.
shit.
He's got partnerships with like Cartoon Network now.
Like his bigger. Like,
Does
his
he really?
older-
Yeah, he's on Cartoon
Oh yeah,
Network.
he's on that stupid annoying orange thing.
Yeah, and he's got.
Is
like,
that still
commercials.
around?
I don't know. So his older stuff actually had some humor and a decent sense of character to it, but his new stuff is just dumb.
It is. It
it's
really
to
is.
appeal to a wider audience.
It seems like, and it
Fuck
seems,
a wider audience.
and it seems like he's dumbed himself down a lot.
He has. Not that it say he was ever really intelligent.
Yeah,
to
but
begin
like
with.
even more so now. Like,
Okay.
I just can't sit through any of his videos anymore.
Here's an interesting one. What are you guys' thoughts on Elder Scrolls Online? Because segues are weird.
Well,
yeah.
it's gonna be like you pay like a certain fee for like you pay overtime like a month.
Let's
right?
bring this up right now and get it over with. Honestly,
It sounds
anything
like
to do.
World of Warcraft.
It sounds like
Anything to
World of
do.
Warcraft.
Subscription-based games can honestly just go die.
Okay,
I hate them.
I'm going to diverge from this topic a bit because now that you've said that, do you like the free-to-play model?
I do,
Hey,
and
yeah.
I like it, and I like it when it's not pay to win. Like,
But
Zach
here's the
said.
thing. Here's the thing. Okay, this is a quote from Peter Molyneux. Do you guys know who Peter Molyneux
Nope.
is?
I've heard.
Sounds familiar.
He made the Fable games.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you just said
I
that.
just said this. Peter Molyneux made the Fable games, but in talking about his new free-to-play game,
Is that how you spell his name?
yeah,
Oh Jesus.
in
What
his
country is
new-
he from?
France.
Oh God.
Yeah, they're French.
Yeah.
In talking about his recent free-to-play game, Godus, or Goddess, I'm still muddy on the pronunciation.
Oh, was it the one with you like pull out the? It looks stupid.
It does look kind of dumb.
I think people
but
say it was stupid too.
he was quoted in saying that the term free-to-play is really, really dumb.
It is.
Because it's not free-to-play. He said we
play
need
to
a
win.
new term, and that
Pay to win,
term
rather.
is invest to play. Because you really have to invest your money to get anywhere.
Yeah.
And I really think that is the first smart thing to come out of Peter Molyneux's mouth. But, point
Who's
aside...
a failure besides that?
Okay, but he overpromises everything. That's the thing. Fable 3 was supposed to be this huge...
You know what I
epic
think
thing
there
of
should
shit.
be? You know what I think there should be? What you do is you take a game, you get the full game, everyone gets it for free, and what you do is every once in a while you put out, like, not necessarily expansion packs, but you get things that are optional and will not help you or hinder you in any way.
Yeah.
So you get, like, character skins or,
So
like...
basically what
unique-
TF2's doing.
Unique item. Basically what TF2 does. And
Valve, you're always ahead of the pack.
Valve. I think Valve's got a pretty good idea of what the free-to-play model should be.
Yeah.
Food.
Okay,
Food's good.
so lastly, I want to talk about Kickstarter.
It's a really good...
And the idea
it's
of
really good.
Kickstarter and how it seems to be this big culture of heralding back to older games, right?
Why?
Rise of the Triad.
Why are we constraining it to just games? Kickstarter does lots of cool stuff.
Well, right, but specifically... 'cause
There
this
was
is
a
gaming
crowd-funded
podcast.
Mars mission one time. On
This is a
Kickstarter.
gaming podcast.
You're talking about
Why do
Mars.
you-
How'd you know all this stuff, Zach?
He's a space nerd.
Yeah.
There goes Charles.
Food is food.
This is gonna be impossible.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut this last bit out.
No, you won't.
No,
You'll
just
cut
keep going,
part
just keep going.
of podcast out.
Just save some for me or I'll slit your throat.
Kickstarter heralding back to old games, because Rise of the Triad was made from Kickstarter and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
Why is our fascination with old games so big these days?
Is
it because they're better?
I'm going to loop back to what we started with. The new gaming industry, how everything is a rehash of what it's you get this modern formula and you keep using it. And what I think the game gaming honestly has never been that stable. It's from the beginning it was rocky and it's going back to that sort of rocky state.
Do you guys remember when John Romero made you his bitch for Daikatana?
Yeah, and it's really unfortunate. Like I love gaming.
I love gaming.
And
such a great
it
subculture.
needs to stay around because it's really it's a
The
lot.
mic! No! Fuck!
Well,
But
if we lose gaming, what will conservatives blame on school shootings?
yeah. Why did you bring that up? I'm going to have to kill you.
Why bring up?
Violence because of video games?
Yeah. No. But
That was actually really fun.
okay. Yeah. It was really.
My dad's a conservative.
That's really great. So I mean, as long as he's making fun of himself. But I think it's really unfortunate the gaming industry, the condition it's in, and I think what we're doing is we're trying to go back to when it was simpler and it was a little bit more stabler.
Okay, last topic. Oh wow, you moved the mic and it made the thing not like you at all.
That was the bottle cap.
Oh, Dylan.
You're a bastard.
No, that was really loud.
Stop. So, 2 more topics just to end. Didn't you guys play Metal Gear Solid?
Nope.
The original.
Oh!
I heard as long as
Like the
I
cutscenes.
played Peace Walker
It was really good.
for the PSP.
Oh,
Just-
which
just
one
'cause
was
this is a
it?
little- this is a
Which
little
one
thing.
was it?
Kiefer Sutherland's playing Snake in this new game.
Can I say one more thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
About games in general. I mean, so...
Fuck you, Dylan.
Yes,
Fucking
that is
audio
awful.
spikes everywhere.
Wow, and you killed my train of thought.
Okay.
No, you
And that's
got
the end of
this.
the podcast.
Games in general.
Games in general. Alright, lastly.
Okay, wait. About
Buy Kerbal Space Program.
Don't buy
No,
Kerbal Space.
okay, what's the last
Okay,
topic?
I
Get
got
out.
We're not
Oh, wait,
plugging.
wait.
I got it. No game is honestly perfect. You cannot make anyone happy in the gaming
No.
industry. I guarantee you.
Kerbal Space
Well,
Program.
you can't
Shut
make...
Shut up. Everyone
Let me
hates
rephrase
it.
that. You can't make everyone happy, is what I meant.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you, no matter what game you consider perfect, you can complain about it in some way.
Yeah,
And that's why I love that.
Gaming.
I love that we're doing this because we all have different opinions,
and
on
we all
things.
criticize things that we could never even hope to do.
Like
Yeah,
Zach.
it's
Kerbal
like
Space Program is hopelessly buggy, but
I feel like we could, as people, we have really good ideas for games, and we could be on a development team. We just couldn't actually.
could be.
We couldn't.
We just can't do
like,
the
we just
shit.
can't actually make the modeling.
We
and
could be on a
scripting.
production team.
Yeah,
we could be on a dev
production
team. Lastly,
I can get an art team. I do texturing for Kerbal Space Program.
Dude, you know what I want to do? I want
That's
to
right.
make.
I do texturing for
I
you.
made sprite sheets.
I want to
for
make.
Regal.
I want to make. And it's probably not going to happen until like way later on down the road. I want to make some sort of independently developed game. Get some guys to help me with it, and just because like I like to draw. I'm sort of an artist.
What are you gonna be? Are you gonna do? Oh my god, what was it called? Are you guys gonna do like the next Inventor?
Oh, nothing that bizarre.
What is it?
Inventor.
The game we played.
Oh.
Nothing that bizarre.
That
but
game
like,
is
I'd like to implement.
Watch that video. It's
Yeah,
weird.
please
What video?
check that video out. It's really
Inventor.
Is that on their channel?
It's
Yeah.
on our channel.
It's not even a funny
CCG.
video. We just don't know how
It's
to react
just
to it.
weird.
It was
Yeah.
late at night, and we were like, "Let's play a weird game," and we got
And
something
you
more
got
than we
something,
bargained
yeah.
for. But I just want, I feel like it'd really nice to implement something that I know how to do, work with a team, and make something really good.
Okay, lastly, it's really only going to interest me. There's a game coming out called Stardew Valley.
I'm out.
Dylan's out. It's a country life RPG.
So
It's basically
you're
what-
role-playing as
It's
somebody-
Boonesboro?
It's basically.
Tucket.
Did any of you guys play Harvest Moon?
No.
No, it never piqued my interest.
Did you ever see anything about Harvest Moon?
A little bit.
It's like Harvest Moon with the monster fighting mechanics of Minecraft.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, what? Repeat
Okay, now that has my interest.
So it
you
looks
know-
really good. I'll show you some
Hold
videos
on.
later. But
You
it
mean
looks
to
really
tell
good.
me that Minecraft has fighting mechanics?
I know, it just got updated in 1.7.
You don't just click
What,
a button
really?
and switch.
Yeah, man, swords got put in 1.7.
Awesome.
What are you talking about? Swords have been around forever.
You bitch.
Is this a joke?
You bitch.
I feel like this is a really
was a
sarcastic
joke
joke
that
that I
you
wasn't a
didn't
part
get in
of.
on.
Alright, cool.
That's the podcast. Wow, first episode. That's almost an hour.
showed up
We need
halfway
to fill
through.
up. This needs to be in exactly an hour.
We're not going to get it to be an exact.
Yeah.
No, we're filling.
Just let
We're
me talk
filling.
about space.
We're not
Okay.
going to let you do that.
Okay,
Okay.
Just-
space
spread
fact.
your
I'm
mouth.
gonna go eat. Zach, talk about space.
All right.
You guys
Um,
weird.
So later this year, they're launching the Space Launch Center, not Space Launch Center, the Space Launch System, which is so far the only rocket that hasn't been designed by Nazis for our country.
Racism.
Top drawer.
Hail!
That was
Yeah, pretty much.
top drawer.
So that's how we end.
No,
No, we're going on.
And
that is just the beginning of the end.
Oh god.
it's funny because it costs a lot of money.
Yeah, it does. Oh, I didn't tell you about this. Large Pixel Collider. It runs 4 goddamn Titans in it. It's the world's most expensive and fastest gaming PC.
What's a Titan?
Like the fucking Titan graphics card that NVIDIA
I'm
makes.
sorry, Dad, I'm not
Zach,
computer
do you
savvy.
think you're
Okay, that's the podcast. Thanks for listening.
Wait, it's not an hour yet. We have 30 seconds left. How much?
I thought we were just doing an outro. Then
That's an outro. That was the podcast.
Yeah,
I'm Regal.
I'm Connor.
And I'm Regal.
And I'm ball sacks.
And that was the fifth man. That was the Runebox Podcast. everybody.
Somebody hit the stop button.
How? Where is
That's
it?
the podcast.
No, it's not. It's not a podcast.
Fucking A.
That burp though.
Where's my mouse? Stop button.
Fucking A.
Man, I need,
We love you.
I need more of that tea.